People think dried fruits are a fat loss trap. They think the sugar spikes insulin and stores fat immediately. But that's a myth. Hey there, I'm Tamur. When I cut down to single-digit body fat, I was eating the worst dried fruit raisins every single day. The problem isn't the sugar, it's the strategy. Today I'm going to break down the science of caloric density and the 3 rules I follow to stay lean even while eating these dried fruits. And I'll show you the exact math of how to eat dried fruits with an example. First, let's respect the science. When you dry a fruit, you remove the water. The volume shrinks, but the sugar stays exactly the same. Think about it. You can eat 50 raisins in a minute, but eating 50 grapes, that would take you 10 minutes and you'd feel full. So that's the danger. It's very easy to overconsume calories without feeling full physically. Here's where things get interesting. This study from Journal of Appetite found that dried plums, otherwise called prunes, actually suppress the hunger more than a low-fat cookie. So why did the dried fruit win? It's the fiber. Dried fruits pack a lot of fiber, which physically slows down your digestion. This signals your body that you are actually fed, whereas cookie just spikes your insulin and leaves you craving more. So we don't just want calories, we want fuel that keeps us full for a longer time. But to make this work for fat loss, you need a system. That brings to my 3 rules. This is how I ensure that I get the benefits without gaining weight. Rule number 1, this scale is your boss. You absolutely cannot eyeball the dried fruits. A handful for me might be 100 calories, but the same can be 300 calories for you. I strictly weigh out 20 grams as my standard serving. Rule number 2, the pairing method. I mostly never eat dried fruits by itself. I always pair it with a high volume food like oatmeal or Greek yogurt. The dried fruit provides the sweet taste you crave for, but the oats provide the volume to fill your stomach. This tricks your brain into thinking you're eating a massive dessert. Rule number 3, check the label. A lot of brands add sugar syrup or preservatives like sulfur dioxide to keep the fruits look brighter. I always look for unsulfured and no added sugar. The only ingredient should be the fruit itself. And here's my personal list. I'm going to start with the controversial one. First, raisins. They have a high glycemic index. Gurus will tell you to avoid them, but look at my transformation photo again. I ate these every morning on my oats. But why I didn't get fat? Because I was in caloric deficit. I used a quick sugar spike to fuel my morning workouts. Don't fear the sugar, use it. The number 2 is prunes. I love this for digestion. When you are on a high protein cutting diet, your digestion can sometimes slow down. The sorbitol and fiber in prunes help keep everything moving. I usually have this as a snack in between the meals. Third, dried berries. I mix these into Greek yogurt at night. The protein slows down the digestion and the sweet berries kill my sugar cravings, so I don't binge on cookies. Number 4, dried apricots. These have much lower glycemic index compared to dates and raisins. That means they don't spike your insulin as sharply. They are also chewy, so they take longer to eat, which helps with the satisfaction. And finally, dates. These are Nature's pre-workout. I only use these on my heaviest training days like leg day or back day about 20 minutes before high lift. The sugar gets used immediately for power. But you have to allocate the budget on how much dried fruits you can eat daily. Let's use the real numbers. I'm taking myself as an example. This is a TDEE calculator for a 6 foot 85 kg male. Maintenance is about 2700 calories. For weight loss, we drop to about 2200 calories. I recommend allocating about 10% of your daily calories to these enjoyment foods so that you don't burn out. That gives you a budget of 220 calories. What does 220 calories looks like? It's about 75 grams of prunes or 3 large dates. That is your daily budget. Stick to the budget and get the results. But you don't have to spend that budget on just one thing. I highly recommend diversifying. Prunes are expensive, raisins are cheap. By mixing them up, maybe raisins in your morning oats and prunes at night, you save money and you get a wider range of micronutrients. This variety keeps the diet interesting, and when the diet is interesting, you are less likely to cheat. Fat loss isn't about banning foods. It's about math, mindset, and strategy. If you weigh it and track it, you can eat it. If you want to see the full nutritional breakdown of top 10 dried fruits, check out the video here. And if you are debating between the fresh and dried fruits, click the video here.